I mean, is this not a country that you should be entitled to stand up for what you believe, to express yourself, to have freedom of speech and expression, and to be able to protest? I mean, Colin Kaepernick protested the Black Lives Matter and the discrimination of blacks and the treatment of blacks in this country. And he had every right in the world to do what he did. People didn't like that he kneeled during the national anthem, and the way he did it was disrespectful to a lot of people. And I understand that. I get that. People have the right to be mad with the way he did that, obviously. I think it's a lot of white people that don't like the fact that a brother was protesting or disrespecting the national anthem. We've been down this road a million times with this guy. I think it's absolute joke and laughable that the guy doesn't have a job in the NFL. You can't tell me he's not better than a lot of guys that have been getting signed and getting jobs as backups in the league. And guys that are getting signed over him aren't as good as him. He played on a terrible team with terrible players around him, and he still produced, relatively speaking, better than most would in that circumstance. But the fact that John Mara's talking about him and saying all these people wrote him letters that they didn't want him part of the team, the Giants have no business with Kaepernick. They weren't going to sign him. They wouldn't even consider it. So I thought he was making a fool of himself, the owner of the Giants, even getting involved in the conversation. I don't like protests where there's violence, where there's rock throwing, fires, window breaking, or, car stopping traffic. And, I have no problem with that. Marches that stop traffic, go for it. It's when you start kicking cars and punching cars because there's like white people in the cars and you're having a Black Lives Matter protest. I can't stand that. That's stupid. Don't bring your hate and vitriol to others that have nothing to do with your cause just because they're not the same race as you. That makes me sick to my stomach. But everybody has a right to protest, and so did Kaepernick, and he should have a job in the NFL. He's getting shafted basically because I think a bunch of rich billionaire white guys don't want to deal with a brother that protests.